My first thought was about the cancer, about Cynthia having cancer, was no. This was just kind of sort of horrifying, or I just didn't want her to go through that.
Cynthia is an internal medicine physician, and I'm a registered nurse. And despite our medical backgrounds, having the diagnosis of breast cancer really was quite devastating for us. There was a lot that was happening shortly after she was diagnosed, and I remember feeling so lost in everything that was happening to us, simply because it was just so new to me, and I really didn't know what to think, and I didn't know what to expect.
I'm Cynthia, the Cynthia of the book, and I am a breast cancer survivor. So the day that I was diagnosed, and I'm overwhelmed and I'm crying, and I said to Amy, take my picture right now, the way I am right now. And so there's some really fairly raw, fairly unflattering pictures of me crying that first day. If there's one message that people get from this book and from this video, it's that find the people that can be supportive of you. It really takes a community to survive an illness like breast cancer. For me, it was no surprise that my mother was there for me 150%. There is an image that Amy took of me holding my mother's hand, and another one of me actually sitting on her lap. And to me, that image is symbolic of all the ways she's held me my entire life, including through this cancer. I knew I was going to cry. There's an image in Amy's book that has a couple of the doctors I work with taking me for a second opinion from a second oncologist, which is a great thing to do if you need it, and I really needed it. And they're one of my communities. They're sort of the intellectual community.
It is the intention of the book to highlight the significant role caregivers play in the well-being of breast cancer patients. We were fortunate in that Cynthia had a lot of different communities in which we could pull and sort of network from, and we could pull people from these different communities to assist in caring for her. I provided a certain level of care that which her mother could not provide for her, and then her mother provided a certain level of care for which her best friend who flew in from Oregon to care for her, or her best friend who flew in from New York to care for her, could not have provided. She had friends come forth from her church, and she had friends come forth from her professional arena at the hospital, from that community, and each person provided something that the other people couldn't provide.
When you see the pictures, you might be surprised that I was willing to have them taken, but it was hard sometimes to have pictures taken of my pretty battered looking chest, but sometimes more often than painful, it was sort of helpful to me to have my illness documented so that it could be a blessing and it could be helpful to other people. It's not just about survival. It's about being transformed. You're to some degree you're transformed by the cancer, but it's the love ultimately that forms you. Love is so much more powerful than we give credit. The love that I've experienced from Amy and my mom and the people at church and my sister and lots of other people, my friends that took me to lunch when I didn't feel like going to lunch, and my friend who read internal medicine to me, that love transformed me very, very definitely, and I can't express it. Maybe nobody can, but I'm more than I was, I'm better than I was, I'm happier than I was, and you sure don't feel that in the middle of it when you're getting adriamycin and all you want to do is just crawl in bed and put the covers over your head. You never think, well, that it's going to be really a delight to be alive and go for a walk on a beautiful December day in Tucson. But it will be. It really will be.